Hello art fam, it's Luis Martin, the art engineer, and welcome back. It's fall. Summer prompts are gone. Now we're just gonna go with my favorite. Just being intuitive and just having a conversation with our hands, dancing around with the paper. So super exciting. Before we jump into it, remember to like, subscribe, send me some good vibes, and please share this with a friend. I'm not kidding. This is the only way that I'll survive. If I spread like a good jelly. So please share this with anyone who you think could benefit from a little bit of art magic. I am really excited because I have this. Can you see this? If you can't see this, can you see it now? It's the Collage Dream September issue with the cover by our one and only Lindsey Henderson. Lindsey Henderson is in Canada, right across the street from Portland, really, but she's in Canada, and this is a collage that she made with her friends on a summer trip. Isn't that brilliant? Like, how beautiful, right? Every time she sees this, she's gonna feel that warmth of being with her friends and being creative and making that magic. So what am I saying? Submit to the open calls that we have and make art in community. I mean, it is really like a really beautiful bonding experience. It's like a barbecue, right? I was just at a barbecue yesterday. It was very fun. Okay, so let's see. This is also the unboxing. Now, the September kit is very much like the September issue, where we gather all of our materials that we have leftovers that are our favorites, and we send them to you and see what you create. So this is gonna be really, really fun and exciting. And I can't wait to make a collage without a prompt. Prompts are great, parameters are great, but it's also fun to just go at it, right? So we're just gonna go at it today. I hope this is recording my mug because I'm vain. I wanna see what I look like in 20 years from now. All right, let's get started. So the kit. If you're new to this channel, hi, I'm Luis Martin, the art engineer, a title that means absolutely nothing. I created it to give myself creative license. As an artist, as artists, we have that ability to whip up things out of nowhere, out of thin air, and create beautiful things. So that is what my title means. I whip up things out of thin air and make amazing things. So this collage kit is a manifestation of that. If you notice, there will always be diamonds because we create value. We create things that are just as beautiful as diamonds with everything that we do. So you get it in your kit every month. You can go to collagedream.com and become a member now. It's a beautiful time to become a member. We have such beautiful things down the pipeline. So as summer ends, we open the door and welcome fall in. And what is waiting for us in fall? Oh man, my favorite holidays, Halloween and El Día de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. And you know, we do beautiful things for the Day of the Dead. So stick around and get ready for that. All right, so here we go. Lindsey, you're amazing. Congratulations. I'm sending you your kit today. Behind your kit, you will always find a prompt, right? And a collective image. So this prompt tells you a little bit about Lindsey and a prompt for the collective image. The collective image is one image that everybody gets across the board. We have two types of members, right? We have the physical members in the US only for now, unfortunately, who gets the paper kit, and we have the digital kits who are around the world and they get it digitally. So everybody gets this collective image. This month it's a frame. So you can use this whichever way you want. You can not use it, but it's kind of a point of departure, which is a fancy way of saying it's your starting point. Start with this. If you're lost, if you can't get inspired, use this collective image to start a collage and have a conversation with me, with the other members, and start sharing and see what we do, right? Because we all can look at the same thing, but see completely different aspects of it, right? Like I'm looking at my ring in the video, and I kid you not, I went to the dentist, I had a crown, and the lady showed me the crown, and I'm like, oh, I see a ring, like that would be a beautiful ring. It's in my mouth now. But see, like, who would think of that? You would, I would, right? Because we're artists. So look at this, see what you find. Also, I love this because it's a frame, it's a viewfinder, right? With the prompt this month, I'm inviting you to look around familiar spaces and see something different, right? And here's tip number 1749. especially if you're not artistically trained in college, which you're better off. When you look at a work of art and you're completely like, what am I looking at? Look for an element that is you. Look for a proxy, as I say it. If you're looking at a huge water lilies by Matisse or Degas or whatever, I unsubscribed from that art world. Look for a squiggly line that you feel you identify with. Look for a dot, look for a color, look for a mist, and start there and then expand, right? So when you do that with the frame, and let's say you're traveling and maybe you're in Mexico and you're like, I feel so lost. Look for one thing, maybe a wall or a cafe even, and that can be your point of departure, because when we break things into little morsels, the world becomes less scary and overwhelming, right? So same thing with art. So that's that. Here are your diamonds. I mean, go at it, right? Okay, you guys. Actually, I forgot about this and I'm about to lose it. I've been wanting to do this forever and it's been really hard to find this. Okay, shoot. I'm not prepared for this, you guys. I'm not prepared. Okay, so I'm sending you these. These are beautiful. Like, wow. Wow, they're iridescent. I mean, these are just gorgeous. But what I'm really excited about, you guys, is this. Check this out. Do you know what this is? These are watercolor palettes. It's a little watercolor palette. Listen, I'm not here to tell you go make a masterpiece with this, but this is, again, a door, a point of departure. Experiment. This is nothing. So you can just get a little brush, even a Q-tip, wet it, and then put it on something and start painting. Right? Like, you didn't expect to paint in your collage kit, but here we are. And my favorite thing to do, I shouldn't say that, but my favorite thing just to push people out the deep end, because when you have the opportunity to swim and don't have too much time to think about it, and you're safe, do it. You know what I mean? So this, I'm pushing you off the deep end and telling you to paint. This is from a little coloring book, so I guess you can use that too. It looks like a bookmark. I don't know, that's a bit too cutesy for me, but this, please jump in. You will always, so I'm gonna make a pile. This is the pile that I'm gonna use. This is the pile that I'll save for later. You will always get these, you guys. These are double stick adhesives. Definitely gonna use this. Wow, what a beautiful image. Look at that, like even this. Since we're sharing, another tip number 174937B is, if you don't know where to start, or if even you find something like this, it's just like, what else can I do to this? It's so beautiful. Sit for a second and write a sentence or two. Like, what is this person doing? Are they like smelling the horse? Are they hiding? Is this a mask of a bigger beast? Is this what? I mean, I can stare at this forever. There's so much mystery and darkness. I love it. So this is how you know that I love what I do, because I can literally, like, things are happening in my head already, right? Open those doors, you guys. Open those doors. In collage only. Okay, so we have some magazines. Yes, that's what that was. This is a map of some sort. Very cool. This is super cool, you guys. This is Japanese seals, I believe. Look at that. This is one of my favorite things that we gave out, because one of my favorite memories of my aunt is studying shorthand, and she used to she got the very end of shorthand when they used to teach secretaries to take shorthand dictation. But she had a sweater that said "No sweat" in shorthand. Thought that was cool. So I just love the scribble. I'll take that. This is from a jazz book. Look at him. Okay. This is from Native American book that I have, First People. This is kind of fun. Look at this. Ooh, yes. So sometimes you're gonna get these images that are just so beautiful and you're like, I don't wanna cut them, I don't wanna touch them. And that's great. Let's lean into that, because it means it struck a chord with you, right? So what I recommend is two things. One, make copies of it. Go to I don't think that exists. Go to Staples and make color copies of it and go at it. Create a series even. Two, put it on your wall. I have a huge wonder wall where I keep all of the things that really give me so much inspiration and life as it would be. Love this. This is great. She's amazing. I mean, talk about wanting to write a few sentences about her. Like, who is she? What does she do? Why is she looking at you? Brilliant. Look at her, so happy. I love, 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 love. But no, I also love comic books. It's another memory. When I was a kid, my dad used to collect comic books. He never read them, but he collected them. So I just like being around them. Gee, that's so cathartic. I love being around books, and I don't really read them either. Anyway, okay. Oh, look at him. Gee, talk about problematic, but why does this trigger like this like heroicness in me? I'm like, ooh, how handsome. This is beautiful. Oosh, this is beautiful. Oh, these are, I think these are, this is from a Mexican book. But I love the implication of a made bed, right? Like, if anything, make your bed. You know, always have a nice place to come back and relax. All right, I'm gonna keep the bed. Oh, this is precious, you guys. These are porcelain dolls from Porcelain Doll Book. You guys got some good stuff this time around. Well, you always get good stuff, but this is kind of too much. Baseball. Oh man. Baseball, you guys see, we cater to everybody. Music. Okay, I'm never gonna, oof. So what do I love from this? I just love all the space, right? Look at that. Bovine. Oh my gosh. That's lava. Okay, keeping the lava. Okay, you know what? Let's not collage. Let's just look at this and talk about the possibilities. My God, look at what a fabulous picture. I mean, I live in a neighborhood where everybody and their mother has a dog and they walk like this, you know, take up a lot of space. It's a status symbol. But I mean, talk about the past repeating itself. This is literally like, there's dog cafes now and it's annoying, but whatever. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, okay, got it. I'm gonna push that to the side and I'm just gonna start cutting. You know I love a bird. I love a bird. All right, what's going on? How are you? Let me get my coffee. You got yours? The best black coffee ever. It's called Death Wish because it tastes like death. I have no stock. Go check them out. They're amazing. They smell so good. All right, tell me a story. How was your summer? I know I don't shut up like summer, but it's still hot. So I went to a barbecue yesterday. It was amazing. You know what's really funny? TMI, zero becomes real. So we've become the older people in our circles, I guess. And I met this really sweet young man. Really smart, whatever. Good energy, which is the most important thing. And then we were like, oh, okay, let's follow each other on Instagram. And I pressed follow. And my friend's like, oh, look who he follows. And I was like, because I don't wear my glasses. And he followed my estranged brother. I was like, oh, what a small world. Yes, we can have estranged brothers and families. Yeah, it was bizarre, but I was like, whatever, it's fine. You know, it doesn't have to be weird. We just ran out of things to talk about. Is all. Do you do that? Are you part of the estranged committee? I sure as hell am. Okay, so as we come into the spooky seasons, lean into it, you guys. This is what I do when I'm cutting something so intricate as feathers. So I just leave it for the end, right? I release the bird. That sounds funny. I release the bird and leave it towards the end. And then I just hack at it. I'll show you what I mean. Because there's no, at least for me, I don't have time for perfection. It's not in my wheelhouse. And I'm not gonna sweat over it. So let me show you. Okay, let's get these doops on the way. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So I just go. So I'm not being like too crazy about, oh, it has to be perfect. Nah, whatever. Most importantly, I just don't want any of that green because then that will destroy the illusion, the fantasy, and that's what I want. I want the illusion, the fantasy. Some of us prefer it to reality. Okay. Look how beautiful it is. And honestly, Sometimes all you will need is one image to set the whole thing on fire. Okay. I got like 10 hours of sleep. I'm all rested today, I feel like. Yes. Fire. Okay, I'm moving my mat. I'm so excited. As you know, I put the music after the editing. It's so annoying, you guys. I want to play music now. Actually, should I play music now? Can you see my tell me if you can. My problem is that if I play it now, like I won't be able to like fix the noise. Let's do it. Whatever, right? Okay, here we go. Look, can you see it? Oh my god, I'm breaking the fourth wall. All right. Hear the scratching. I'm gonna lower it a little bit. All right, here we go. I mean, what's the point of being an artist if you can't just go, right? Do it. Okay. This might be a shit show and it might not work, but we experiment, right? Okay, let me get to work here. Okay, look. Oh, come on. Is it too loud? I can't tell. This is the test. And if I get kicked out of YouTube, we'll take our party somewhere else. Okay, I love this. And then, actually, you know what I wanted to do? I love this bed, you guys. I mean, look at that. Even that's just amazing, right? Oh, that's why I don't listen to music, because then I start dancing and lose myself. It's okay. Bear with. Okay, let me get to work here. Something's happening here, you guys. Do you see like the portal? Okay, so I have my substrate. I wonder if this fits here. Oh, it does. Okay, I'm gonna play. Early days. What else is going on other than this music? Okay, I'm gonna self-correct you guys. That's why I don't listen to music while I'm doing this, because then I don't want to talk. Then I want to listen to the music. See, you learn on the job. You give yourself that grace, right? Whatever, just give yourself that grace. But if you never got in the pool, you would never know that you don't like to swim, right? So I just got in the pool, thought, oop, nope, that's not gonna work. Kept going. Okay, let's see. I like what was happening as far as the border, right? So I'm gonna lean into that. This is what I mean by leaning into it, right? I'm gonna play with this idea. I don't like the white border, but I just realized that there's a white border here, so they'll talk to each other. They'll talk to each other. Damn, that's crazy. I really hadn't thought about that. If I listen to music that I like, or music, then I won't articulate, verbalize. That's good to know. Because I want to do some other experiments where I'm painting with music. Okay, look at this. Yes. Ah, okay, I like this. And I wanted it to be in the center, but I don't know if it matters. Okay, no. Goodbye. So for now, let me just do this. Oh, you know, it'd be fun. Ooh, that's a horrible tear, you guys. What the hell did I just do? Okay, I created opportunities. Ooh. Did I ruin this? No. We're still playing. Okay. Dang. Okay, so this is what you gotta do. You just gotta play and tear stuff, right? Okay. So I think this is strong enough here. I have my handy dandy Okay, good. And then I like this. These are kind of problematic, but what isn't from the past, right? Well, forget that for now. Look at this. This is beautiful. You know what? Look at this. I think I can use this. Yes. We'll see. Interesting geometry. All right, you guys. Super excited. I just dropped a teaser for my tarot deck. It's called Luis Martin Arcana because it's just the major arcana, which is the first 22 cards in the tarot. It's crazy, you guys. It's crazy, and I'm gonna share this with you, but it's not. I'm not trying to be righteous or sanctimonious. So I've stopped drinking since May, and I've been wanting to do these tarot cards forever. And I'm a very spiritual person. I'm you know, I study stuff. Not a doctrine, but I study. And across the board, they all have this tenet that you have to be pure, right? Like pure meaning you're not toxifying your body. I mean, this is a form of toxicity, right? But it's different. So one of them being alcohol. And I've never, you know, whatever. I was like, okay, someday, whatever. So at this point in my life, I was like, I'm gonna take a break. Not with no other expectation other than just giving my body a reset. And then it happened. And then like the project just like, okay, it's time. And I showed up, I did it. And then next thing I know, it's coming in the mail and I have them in my hand. And all of the images that you'll find in the cards, I've been making them for the past 4 years, and they just presented themselves like, oh, this is this is that. So I'm really excited about it. And what I mean by I don't want to be sanctimonious is, I'm not saying I'm never going to touch alcohol again. I'm not saying you need to stop drinking to be, you know, holier than thou. That's just my experience, right? We're all completely different. So it's special to me because that's what had to happen for me to deliver this, because I knew that was in my path. So super excited. They're coming out soon. You know, please support, buy them. They're really a gift. And don't be scared if you're not familiar with tarot. The tarot is the fool's journey is another name for them. And basically, all the cards in the tarot represent scenarios in our lives, right? Like the sun, death, you know, there's victory cards, there's theft cards, there's joyous cards, there's boring cards. I mean, it's just an interesting thing. And like any other divination tool, it's a mirror, you know, it's a mirror, it's a tool to look at yourself, to have the opportunity to look at yourself from a different angle using different things. What I mean things is, yeah, cards, a mirror, you know, what is it? Physical is like a physical when you go to the doctor, that's a mirror, right? It's telling you your body status or whatever. And this is no different, really. What else is I gonna say to that? I don't know, it's just beautiful. Okay, here we go. I did that tear, which is it was a little rambunctious of me, but I think it'll work. Okay, yes, it'll work. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm just super excited. I'm hoping they do well. Okay. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Reflections. The mirror. Yeah, the mirror, you guys. Not the mirror, but like us mirrors, right? The moment you can see the person you love the most in other people, like that's when you're like ascension, I think, right? Because then you have no room for hate, right? Then the person that pushes you out of their way to get into the subway, you don't hate them. you know, you understand them. You're like, oh, I can see my greater love in you, even though you're being annoying, but I won't hate you for it, right? It's hard work. I'm not saying, oh, you know, buy my cards and you'll find. No, what I'm saying is that's a goal. Look at that. You saw that? Turn it around. Don't just, oh. Okay, let's keep it light. So I don't know if I'm there, but I'm very close. I'm very close. It's very easy for me to see people, right? And I think that's why I stay home. It's very easy for me to see the children in all of us. Okay, you guys, this is okay. We're doing good with time here. Okay, something's happening. Oh man. See, you can't run away from shadows. I didn't want to put the black, but look how beautiful it fits there. And I'm gonna put the black. So this is what you do, right? When you're introducing color, look what happens. You don't do this too mathematically, but put your colors more than once on your page. So it's not just like this weird black or dark area. Look, I have a little bit more here, so maybe I can nestle it somewhere else, so then it kind of draws movement into the, see right there, so it draws movement into the collage, so your eye naturally moves around. Ooh, look at the back of that too. God, so much beauty everywhere, right? And then look what we have these beautiful things. Now I'm not going to use this today, maybe I'll use it next time, but this is a beautiful opportunity for you to color or paint a black and white image, right? If you get them in your kit or if you find one on your own, take this with you and color it. Oh, this would be so cool to carry around in your sketchbook, right? Because then, you guys, put this in your sketchbook. When you're at a cafe, use some water from the cup and just start, even with your finger, you guys. Endless. And as I was telling somebody who commented on my sketchbook video, when you carry your sketchbook, you're never alone. You're carrying me, you're carrying your family, you're carrying your history and your future with you. Told you that coffee was strong. No, but all joking aside, because your sketchbook for us artists, it becomes, you know, our movable studio. It becomes our pillow, our ashtray, all these beautiful things. No, I'm gonna go with the purple. So anytime you add anything with a little light that catches the light, it will always, you know, attract. Again, it's that reflection, right? Guys, geesh. I guess we'll call this the reflection video episode. Doop. Yes, I'm loving this. So, okay, let me not dissect this just yet because I need, so wrapping up the conversation and talking about seeing the love in everyone and saying that I have a strange family, that estrangeness doesn't come from hate. Quite the opposite, it comes from love and being able to say, all right, this is who you are and this is who I am. And maybe we're completely different, so different that we need to give each other space, right? And be okay with that. Not the lack of love, but the more of love. The have your space, enjoy your life. I just don't need to be part of it, right? And that can be really painful for some people. And again, it takes some living. Do I like this here? No, I think I'm done, you guys. That's cool. I'm telling you, this was the experimental episode. Let's call it that. Okay, look, I'm done. So let's dissect this a little bit. I love when elements kind of jet out from the square. So play with that. Most importantly, the symbols. What are the symbols that are coming out here, right? Now they're going into fall, into the darkness. We can see the light very clear because it's not blinding like it was in the summer, right? So I have these reflectors. but most of all, I have a bunch of really interesting symbolisms, right? The first one was the bird, this idea of flight, this idea of seeing a different perspective, right? If you could fly, the world would look so different. Humans now look like little ants, right? My favorite image here is the bed. I love beds. I love a well-made bed. I love a comfortable, firm bed. But it represents safety, right? If you have a bed at night to go to that's clean, that's soft and comfortable or firm and secure, you kind of made it, right? You're blessed. So that's beautiful. And there's a chair there. That space for friends, space for yourself, and also, now that I know my community, that will always remind me of Terry Garrett, who's an artist who uses chairs in his art, right? So, you guys, it's beautiful. And then, talking about the safety, the lava in the back, right? There's this world that's constantly in flux and turmoil. You don't need to be part of it if you don't have the energy to cope with it. I've created a safe space. My bird is there to protect me. And look, it's bringing me flowers and the darkness is dissipating. This is how it starts, right? We do it in the art, we do it in the collage, and then it just comes out into our lives. You guys, this was a lot for a first collage after the prompts. You only get better. After you do your prompts, you only get better, right? Because things just jump out at you. All right. So this is Luis Martin, the art engineer. And now that you know what that means, listen, become a member, go to collagedream.com. You're not going to want to miss it. And please keep an eye out for the Arcana Tarot. I'm really excited about this. And there's actually more down the pipeline, believe it or not. I'm going to tell you more about that next time we meet. All right, much love, and what you do matters. Cheers. Cheers.